First and foremost, let me go ahead and welcome the newest member of our class right now. Say hi, sweetie. That is Bandit. Okay, that is Sharpie's dog, and he's just a real sweetheart. Right now, he's having a very interesting time looking at the owl and wondering if he's trying to figure out if it's real or not. See. All right, goodness. So if you're following along with us, open up your books to page number 48. And today we are talking about the great Niels Bohr. Now, Mr. Bohr has one more addition to make to our model of the atom. And of course, after him came Mr. Heisenberg. We are going to skip over Mr. Heisenberg just a little bit today because the information is not something I want to place during the weekend. So, goodness, just go ahead and open up to page 48 and let's get started talking about Mr. Niels Bohr. Now, before that, let's review. Democritus said what? That all atoms were spheres, little spheres, right? Everything is made. No, that's fine. You can answer. This is an interactive class, right? All atoms are little spheres, so they're like little balls that make up everything, right? And then after him came Mr. Dalton, right? And Mr. Dalton was the one that did all the math and figured out that indeed everything was made out of atoms. So you had Democritus, super old guy, right? 4 something BC, and then you had Dalton, and they both kind of agreed on the same thing. And then after that, you had Mr. I always get that name wrong. Thomson, I believe. Let me make sure I have the name right. Yeah, Thomson. Mr. Thomson then was the first guy to shine a light and deflect it using magnets, where he realized that light is not just a wave, but it is also particles, and he realized that some of these particles were negatively charged, and so he called those negatively charged particles
electrons.
That's right, electrons. Very good. And so he figured out that the inside of an atom was not hollow indeed. And then along came the next guy down our list, which was whom? Mr. Rutherford. And Mr. Rutherford said, well, let's go ahead and shine a light through a gold foil, and some of the light came back. And so Mr. Rutherford realized that atoms are not empty, even on the very, very inside. He knew that there were electrons, but he figured out that at the very center of an atom is a nucleus. It's a nucleus, right? The very center of an atom is a nucleus, and yesterday we made the analogy that if an atom were a football field, then the nucleus would be about the size of a small ball in the middle of the football field. Most of an atom is empty space, but it does have a nucleus, right? Which brings us down to today.